Hi, welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. So nice to meet you all again. I cannot see you, but you can definitely see me. If you're coming back to my channel, thank you for visiting again. Please do subscribe, comment, and share the content because many people are benefiting from it. And also, when you visit a YouTube channel, remember to watch the entire content. If you're not interested, of course, you switch off and go. You just come out of the video. But if you're listening to my video and if you feel that it's going to help you, please listen to the entire content. It's very important, okay? So thank you for emailing me. Thank you for sending feedback through emails. Many of you comment beneath the video. And if you have a question, make sure that you send an email. You can comment on the video, and it's okay to put up a question regarding the content. If it's something else, make sure that you email me so that I can give you an elaborate answer. And if it is required, I'll create another video on it. And one more request is please put your name and your place when you send me emails. And I recently got almost 20 emails asking for my training sessions, whether I have already launched, what am I doing, and things like that. Many of you already know that I am working on online platforms. I don't want to mention any particular platform because some of you will feel that it's a promotional video. Very prestigious platforms on teaching, training people, and also on writing. These are different platforms. I also write for international platforms. If you're interested, just scroll down and watch the videos. You'll definitely benefit from it, okay? So thank you for coming back. And if you're new, hi, this is Rini Rose. I'm an author and a language trainer. So I did a video, this particular video. Yes, it's there on the screen. This was on communication skills. Okay. Now, today's video is a continuation, or you can say it is a subcategory of communication skills. And many people asked me to do this video, especially on body language. And they asked if body language is also a part of communication. Yes, it's a form of communication. I told you that already in the previous video. So I thought of creating a video because many people wanted to know more about communication and body language specifically. Also regarding social network, because communication takes place even through social network, Instagram, Facebook, chatting, messages, all that. And there are plenty of college students and adults coming to me saying that this is what happened to me and all that. Okay, so I'll create another video on that, but now coming to body language. You don't have to be a counselor or a psychiatrist or a person who is skilled at that high professional level to read body language. There are people who read faces. And of course, human beings are very complex. They're very unique. And their characteristics vary from person to person. That's true. And it's very difficult to learn and study about a character. It takes years and sometimes more than that. Sometimes it's very difficult to decode a person. That's what I believe. But to an extent, you can have an overall view of a person from the body language for professional purposes, for personal reasons and all that. And it comes with experience and exposure, not with age. I always say this, okay? I would like to narrate an incident that happened in a school, but towards the end of the video. Stay tuned till the end of the video. And also I'll be talking about my training sessions because many of you have been asking me how much to pay, what are the details and things like that. So I will tell you some details, not about the payment, because I want genuine learners to approach me, to be very frank. So I'll be giving you some details. And also if you're interested, you can send me email. So let me first finish this particular topic. I just have got few points, okay? Now, it is, yes, you can read a person, you can understand, you can have an overall idea. It's not completely understanding, but you can definitely get an overall idea of a person through body language. So some of the things that you have to keep in mind is eye contact is very important. Even when you speak from a stage, when you're on stage, it's very important to maintain eye contact with the audience. Some of you start trembling. I had this problem. When I look at the audience, I start trembling. But slowly I have learned to look at people, and when I look at people, I get confidence. So it's not very easy, it comes with practice. At the same time, when you're speaking, when you're talking to a person, when you're speaking to a person over a cup of coffee, it's not necessary that you have to stare at the person. Maintain eye contact, because people who fail to maintain eye contact do hide certain things. I'm not talking about people who take off their eyes. Like, even when I'm speaking to you, when I think, of course, I take off my eyes from the camera. So this is the camera eye, and I can see most of you through this. Okay, just joking. But when you're speaking, when you're talking, you need to maintain the eye contact. It is very important. And that gives a kind of confidence. Sometimes it assures care. Also, it sparks trust. So these are some of the important and valuable highlights when it comes to eye contact. You feel confident, you feel assured when you maintain eye contact for interviews, when you speak to a person, when you just have a casual conversation. Eye contact is very important. Okay, so that is one thing. People who fail to maintain eye contact, maybe they are very nervous. That is one reason, or maybe they are hiding certain things. They have a lot to say, but I don't know, there are different reasons, like they don't want to maintain eye contact. It's not a good sign for a long period of time. Some people say that I'm very shy. Yeah, it's okay. You're nervous, you're tensed, you're shy to maintain eye contact. All that is comprehensible. But still, you need to maintain eye contact. It's very important. Okay, at least for some time. Do not avoid the eyes of the person who is paying so much of attention to you. The next point is hands. It's good to use your hands while speaking. Like, I have seen children and even adults. Some people, they get used to this hand gestures and they do this. Sometimes this. That is not very good, because it becomes a habitual practice. And what happens is people start looking at those hands, start giving importance and attention to only those hands and the gestures, and they don't pay attention to what you're really trying to convey. That's not good. But what I'm trying to tell you is using hands in this manner, okay? During intervals, at intervals, all that is important. Like, you're trying to say something, you convey it this way. You take a hand forth like this and try to convey certain things. That all that is fine. It's good because it helps you to open up on ideas. It also, to an extent, gives you a lot of ideas, like what to say next, what is the next point. And also, you will not feel claustrophobic, closed, and you won't feel less confident when you use your hands. Come on, it's beautiful when you use your hands. You've got two lovely hands, and it's good to be expressive also when you speak. So using hands is good if you're comfortable. What I'm trying to tell you is, don't be stiff and you speak like this. That's not good. Okay, the next point is expression, being expressive. See, of course, it's not a stage for you to use your hands and your mouth and be expressive. It's good to be expressive in a natural way. Some people are very dramatic. And I've heard people making fun of them, saying, oh, look at the way her eyes goes. Look at the way her nose goes. Look at the way his mouth goes. Like, some people are very dramatic and they're very comfortable. That's a natural way, because that is their basic, it's part of their character, being very expressive. Okay. Some dancers, they're very expressive when they speak. Like, that influence is there. Their hands go like that. But it's a beauty to see, watch them speaking. I'm not speaking about that. But it's good to be expressive. It's good to use your hands and have some light in your eyes when you speak. It's not a must that you should keep smiling all the time when you speak. Have a smile, a basic smile, but don't keep grinning. That's not good. Okay? That kind of, it's like, of course, people say you're very positive when you speak like that, but sometimes it's very artificial. And also at the same time, it looks awkward. Have a smile. Convey things in an assertive way. Convey things politely with kindness. Sometimes you have to be a bit more stern, but that is not being rude. Okay? So expression is good. Some people are dramatic. by nature. That is fine. But when teachers and when mentors ask you to be expressive, it doesn't mean that you have to be so expressive to an extent that people lose interest in listening to you. Okay, that's not the meaning. So, expression is important if you're able to be natural. Then, of course, the next one is when you try to speak to a person, if the person is really interested, the person gives his or her full attention. Of course, when you speak to someone, they will be engrossed in their work or they'll be doing something. But at the same time, from their body language, you can easily make out that they're paying attention to what you're saying. Suppose you're cooking and someone is coming and talking to you, or you're going and talking to a person, you're trying to have a conversation with a person who is cooking, but the person is giving complete attention. That's fine. But another mode is there where the person avoids you. Okay? It's like when I'm speaking to you, suppose you look elsewhere. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, all these kind of gestures, it shows that you're not interested in the topic or in the person. Either one is really clear. Another way is most of the people, they look at the phone. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, then, it's like for a very long period of time, your eyes are focused on the screen. I'm not telling that you're not paying attention. Of course, some people can pay attention while they look at their phone or while they're doing things, but it's good to maintain that eye contact at some times because it gives assurance, confidence, and also trust. Okay, so try this out. Even when you talk with people, with your family members or with anybody else, it's good to always pay attention. While talking on phone, when you're on a call also, of course, you don't have other distractions, only the voice is there. But make sure that you give some attention, you pay some attention. If you're busy, you say, I'm busy now, call me later. And try to get back. Nobody is too busy to make a call, to text, or to message. I don't think so. It's the effort that you make, it's the effort that you take. It's very important. Okay? Now, coming to the next point. Some people give too much of attention when they speak to you. They try to be very expressive at the same time. They try to grab your attention. Also, flattering is there. Now, you might be thinking like, oh, boys flatter, girls flatter. It's not like that. It can happen even among girls. Okay, amidst people of the same sex also, where they try to grab attention and they try to portray a figure saying that, oh, I'm giving too much of attention to you. I'm really concerned about you. That is also there. So be very cautious about such intentions. People give attention for a long period of time, it's good. But otherwise, grabbing attention for a short period of time and then they come to a conclusion, oh, my task is not going to be done. There will be motives, there will be intentions. You need to understand that. You need to observe the person without their knowledge. That's very important. You don't have to be a counselor or a person from that level, as I told you in the beginning of the video, to read a person from the body language. Observation, experience, contemplation, all these things will definitely help you. And these days on social media, so many people come and tell me, I don't know whom to follow and whom to unfollow. See, to an extent, it's very easy to read a person from the text messages also. Tell me if you're really interested in this. I can really create a video on that. And also one thing that I've noticed is we are blessed with a lot of emojis, creative emojis. You can see a lot of stickers, GIFs and all that. But you have to use all these things purposefully and with some meaning. Some people just do it because they just want to enjoy using the emoji. That shouldn't be the case because everybody will not be responding and taking that emoji in that sense. Okay, I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. These things are declining in this digital age because we have got everything and we are blessed with so many things around. It's great to use emojis. What I'm trying to tell you is value everything that you have and go accordingly, use it accordingly. Okay, so that's it about body language. Also, one more point is this when you're speaking to a person, only comes for a very long time. Of course, when you're on a call and if you're over on a serious discussion with a person, the person is paying attention and says, okay. But if a person is disinterested, Even while texting, if only comes for a very long time without any conversation, please conclude that the person is not interested or is busy. So you need to understand the flow of conversation and do not overburden and do not try to load the conversation with many words and many messages, because the person is not in a position to give attention to you. So please understand all that. Okay. Now coming to the training sessions. Ma'am, are you giving training to all the professionals? See, I'm working with a few platforms. I'm planning to launch my own sessions, but one thing that I would like to tell you is please come for sessions only if you're serious about the English language. Classes for English, teaching you grammar, comprehension, reading, and all that. All these things will be included, but as a part of active learning methods, like where I make you do activities. And this is only going to be for professionals, college students. I don't think I'll be launching sessions for kids, for children, because it's a different area altogether. And I will be handling with each and every session one-to-one sessions. I create my own modules. I have tried this out with different people. I'm very sure that it's going to work with different people. And yes, I've got very good feedback also while writing, while speaking to different people. Okay, now coming to the training sessions, please approach me and send me an email only if you're genuine, because you should be ready to work hard. This is not a treatment where I give you some antibiotics and say take for 15 days and then come back to me. Even when it's a treatment, you need to follow up and go for reviews. Doctors say that. It is very important. Okay. Now, here I need to know what you're doing. If you're not ready to work hard, if you're not ready to put in some effort, it's futile. You go to the best mentor in the world, it is futile. So if you're ready to take effort, not tedious work where I grill you and drill you and ask you to learn everything by heart and study all these things and come. No, nothing like that. I'm going to be very friendly. But you need to be serious. You need to take some effort. Also, at the same time, I assure you that you will become confident. You'll become better with communication skills. My intention is, even without a tutor, you should be able to learn on your own. So it is good to just watch this particular video, because I was also a person who didn't know how to speak even a sentence, who didn't know how to frame a sentence in English, how I evolved. Okay, so like that, have patience. It is good to ask questions like how many days it will take to learn the English language. It is all in your hands and also in the hands of the tutor. All right. So when I'm giving you something, reciprocate. Use it. It's like I'm throwing something, catch the ball, make use of it, and then give me back the output. And use it for yourself in your life. It's very important. All right? Okay, so one more incident I want to share with you. Now, this is something that took place. I'll just make it very brief, okay? And I have really seen educators and heads of institutions using their hands in very inappropriate way to convey certain things. It's not good, because people are watching you, children are watching you, and you are supposed to be the role model. This is something that happened in front of me during a conference where 4,000 professionals were waiting for a conference, and one particular group came in late. They were late by 15 minutes, and the head of the institution, that is the person who is hosting, the head of the institution hosting that particular program, was standing in the front. And she was a lady, a very tall lady, very assertive. And the way she used her hands was quite embarrassing. Why are you late? Why are you walking in like this? Don't you know that you should come on time? So it is okay to inquire. It is okay to caution them and say you shouldn't be late like this, but in a different way. It could have been different. See, when we use hands like this, when we have this kind of gesture, not just because people are waiting behind you or just because you're in a public place, I don't think it's a good way of using your hands and asking about certain things. Sometimes we do get angry, we get perplexed and tensed. It's okay, we use hands in very inappropriate manner. But being the head of an institution who's supposed to be a role model for everyone, and when everyone is waiting there for this particular group to come in, and they had valid reasons for being late because they were quite far compared to the other people who joined this conference, This particular group was really far, and also this conference was conducted on a working day, almost around 5 o'clock, after school hours, after office hours, and such kind of thing. So it was a conference for teachers. All right, but professionals were free to join, and so many people were waiting there. And one particular man was walking down the, he just entered the main door, and he was walking in, and everybody was waiting behind, and the head of the institution used hands like this, and he was quite embarrassed. We could make that out from the face, but he was very quiet. He just walked down politely and took his seat. That's fine, that's okay, but it's not good. I don't think it's a very good thing. People may say that, okay, it's because she was quite tensed and she wanted the program to be conducted on time, but I don't think it's a very good way of conveying things when things happen to be that way. It's good to inquire, it's good to ask, and also tell them in a very polite way that you need to be really cautious about time. You need to be punctual because we have got a lot of people waiting. You need to take care of their time also. Everything is fine. You need to be responsible. But the way we use our hands, it matters a lot. And also at the same time, you need to use your hands in the appropriate places also. You can't be quiet, you can't be stiff and just be perplexed and nervous and say, oh, I'm nervous, I'm not confident. Focus on the solution and not on the problem always. Thank you. Bye-bye. This is Rini Rose Matthew. Thank you for staying with me.